Everyone, and welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making a spinach, mushroom and chicken rice, which we're going to barbecue it with a piece of coal in the end. This video I have is also in Gujarati, which is my mother tongue language, and I got lots and lots of requests to have this video done in English. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you what we're going to need. Now today, if you look under the description, right under the box right down here in the description, you will see a recipe that is going to feed up to 5 people. What I am making today is going to feed a lot more. I'm having a lot of people over, so I'm going to be doing a big batch. So I'm showing you the method, but your serving is obviously going to be lesser. So let's go ahead and review all the ingredients. I have here frozen peas and carrots, which, you know, normal peas and carrots. Now in this recipe or dish, I don't like using the mixed vegetables. You can if you like. I just don't like it. I like, you know, simple peas and carrots. And then I've got here spring onions that I have chopped up, and this we're only going to be using it for garnish. And then we're going to be using some olive oil. And then here I have some baby spinach that I have chopped up. I've got plain mushrooms. Then I've got some chicken breast here, which is cut in about 1-inch pieces, all the fat removed and cleaned. And then I've got, now in my recipe that I've done for the video in Gujarati, I had added some green chutney in there. I don't have any on hand, so it's okay. We're not going to add it this time. Not a big deal. I've got an onion here that I have roughly chopped up. We're going to be using some salt. And then I have here a coal that's sitting right here on my stove. And it's getting really nice and hot. And that's how you want it. You want to make it really nice and hot. And you can get some coal which are the instant ones. You just kind of light them up and they light up, and you can use those ones too. This is an organic version, so I'm using the organic, which is safe for food. And then I also have some ready-made rice. I made these yesterday. Now again, I'm not calling out the measurements because the measurements of this recipe will be in the description box. And everything else here will look like a big quantity, but when you make it, it will be in a smaller quantity. And then lastly, I have some ginger and garlic that I have ground up myself, and we're going to be using that. Now today's video is going to be just a little different because I have to do it on the stove. Since I'm making it for such a big serving, I'll have to make it on the stove and not on my usual little saucepan that I do on the table. So I have my stove on here, and I turned it on just a little earlier because so that we can get the oil nice and hot. So into this oil, I'm going to go ahead and add our ginger and garlic paste. And we're going to fry the ginger and garlic paste into the oil just a little bit, just because we want to get the aroma out. Ooh. It's going to increase the heat just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to fry this up just a little bit. And once it starts sizzling like this, you just want to make sure that you don't burn your ginger and garlic. Okay, to this we're going to go ahead and add our onions. just gonna fry the onions and the ginger and garlic just for about 30 seconds or so, just until the oil gets back to temperature. Now once you've got the prep work done on this dish, it goes really, really fast. Okay, so once we got our onions in there, we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken. Just because this is a bigger quantity, it's gonna take a while. So what I wanna do is I wanna make sure that I fry the chicken and this onion and ginger garlic mixture really, really well. So gonna go ahead and add some salt. And I'm going to go ahead and add my peas and carrots at this point because I want them to cook, because when you get the frozen one, they're not cooked all the way through. So this is going to make sure that everything cooks evenly here. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add my mushrooms in here. And the mushrooms is gonna secrete a lot of water out of there, so we're gonna make sure that we really, really dry our rice mixture before we go ahead and add our rice in there. And we want to soften these mushrooms up, so we're going to cook this mixture, you know, until the water secretes out and our chicken is completely cooked. Okay, lastly, we're going to go ahead and add our spinach in here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on cooking this until all the mixture disappears and the chicken is completely cooked. And when we come back, I'm gonna show you how that looks. Now I just wanted to show you here, if you can see, so you see how much water this has secreted from the mushrooms. And what you want to do is you want to continue cooking this until all the water disappears. That way you're 100% sure that all your meat is cooked through So I just wanted to show you that if you see all this water that's gonna come out of it, like, don't panic. You see how much water is in there? Don't panic. Just keep cooking it until all the water disappears. And basically, if you drain the water out, it's not a good thing because you're going to be draining out all the flavors. So you just want to cook the water down until completely the water dries or evaporates. You can see here most of the water has evaporated, and so I'm going to go ahead now and add my rice. Okay, we're gonna mix it. Okay. And I should be able to add a little bit more rice in here too. And this is good because the rice was pre-made. It's not gonna break. Let's see if I need any more. I've got all my rice mixed up, and now I'm going to show you how we're going to give this a really nice barbecue taste. Okay. So what I did was I took this foil here and I kind of made it into like a bowl shaped. And then what I'm going to do is take our coal and put it right on top of the coal, just like that. Okay. And I'm gonna go get my lid so it's right there so I can cover it right away. Add a little bit of oil, just a little bit. And I'm gonna cover it. And it already smells fantastic in here. Now I have a little hole right in my lid here, and I'm gonna make sure that you wanna cover that because you don't want any of that really good smoke to disappear. So we're gonna leave this on the lowest setting that you have, and let it get all mixed. Let the rice get really nice and fragrant. When we come back, I'm gonna put it in my big trays and I'm gonna give it a try. And I'm gonna let you know how it tastes, although it smells amazing in here. So I'm gonna. So basically here is our rice, and when you look inside the glass bowl, there's no more smoke, and it's been about half an hour, and about 5 to 7 minutes after we covered it for the barbecue smell, I went ahead and turned our stove off. And when I lifted that top, I'm telling you, the aroma is unreal. It smells so good. So now basically it's ready for serving. So our rice is all ready, and it smells delicious. So here's my spring onions. I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top, just like so. And you can do as much or as little as you like. Okay. And you can see, you know, there's a lot of mushrooms, spinach, chicken, peas and carrots. You can see them. Just looks really good. Absolutely delicious. That smoky barbecue scent that we put in what we did with the coal and the barbecue, it absolutely smells and tastes amazing. This is one of my favorite rice. So simple to do. So now when you have leftover rice and don't know what to do with it, I have a recipe for you. So this concludes our video on how to make mushroom, chicken, and spinach rice with a barbecue flavor. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great recipe. See you then, friends.